Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Dan River Trucking here. Figured I'd upload another video. Um, Sitting at the Loves in Franklin, Virginia. A little bored, so I figured I'd make another video. I guess I'll go over some stuff that I did this week to give people an idea on what they could do when they come over here to Landstar. Even the information I give, it's just not for Landstar people. It's also for regular owner operators that are thinking about getting in the game. I don't have the 10, 15, 20 year veteran status as some of these owner operators have, but I'm a new owner operator, so I know quite a bit when it comes to being a brand new owner operator anyways. But to give an example about how I run, like I said in my last video, I don't run as much as other drivers do because I don't have to. I got lucky when I bought my truck. I didn't have to go through no big financing company that they want you to pay the truck off in 2 years or anything like that. I wind up, my truck is it's a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia. It had 411,000 miles on it when I bought it, and it came with the AP unit and all that good stuff. And I got the factory warranty, a factory Freightliner warranty with it, because it came from a Freightliner dealer. I bought it from XL Trucks in Roanoke, and I was able to get it through my bank. So I went through a credit union and bought it. And the guy at the credit union, he helped me out. He knew I wanted to get in my own thing, do my own thing. And to me, if you're getting an owner operator and your credit's good enough, try to go through your credit union. Find a credit union that would do it, because the way my credit union did it, he took the loan out for 7 years. And I know it seems like a lot, but he did it for the fact that I'd have a small truck payment. And I have a small truck payment. So my truck payment is only $662 a month, is what I pay a month. The truck itself, I only paid $32,000 for the truck because I bought it in the middle of the pandemic. So they couldn't give trucks away at the time. So that's when I got into it. So I got a hell of a deal on my truck. I know that because my dad, he's looking at trucks, and he can't come nowhere near the deal I got on mine. And I know that. So he set the loan up for 7 years to allow me to have a small truck payment. Because he knows I have a warranty on the truck, so most of the big maintenance issues is going to fall under the warranty. And stuff like tires and all that good stuff, I'm still responsible for all that stuff. But God forbid turbo goes out, or something like that, it's going to be covered under the warranty. And so while I'm sitting and waiting for the truck to be fixed, I don't have this big huge $1,200 $2,000 payment a month I gotta worry about. I just gotta worry about $680 is all I gotta worry about coming up with. So when the warranty runs out, by that time I'll have this big nest egg. Hopefully I'll have this big nest egg saved up to where I don't have to put back $500, $700 a week for maintenance to get ready for the warranty to be over with. So when that's done, I can start doubling up on my payments. So that 7-year loan that I took out, where I'm only paying, $680 a month, I can turn around and start paying $1,200 a month on it. I can double my payments up and knock back my loan, down to, 3 years. And all that good stuff. So that's how I'm able to run the way I run, is because of that. But I also, some drivers when they go out, they'll turn around and they tell themselves, I'm gonna be gone for a week and a half, or I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, and they just find big paying loads that go, it's $3,500 to go down to Texas. And when you get down to Texas, then you got to come back. You got to find another load coming back. So they're going for, a week and a half at a time when they do that. Well, I don't do that. I try to find high-paying loads that keeps, like where they're doing that run that pays, $260 a mile or $275 a mile, or something like that. What I do is I try to find those loads that are paying $350 a mile, or $4, $5, $6. And I did one the other day, Tuesday, that I'm going to tell you about. It was paying $7 and some cent a mile. I try to find those loads because I don't have to put as many miles on my truck. Alright, so what I did Monday is I found a load. I booked my Monday load and my Wednesday load last Thursday. So I found a load picking up in Whitsett, North Carolina, which is right there beside Greensboro. So I found that load an hour and 15 minutes away from the house. So I did that load Monday, and it was pick up and deliver same day, and that's what I try to do. I try to find loads that pick up and deliver same day, or pick up and deliver first thing in the morning, so I don't have to sit on a load for more than a day and a half, 2 days. I don't want to do that. So that load was paying $1,600. Alright, so that load paid $1,600 to go from Greensboro, North Carolina to College Park, Georgia, which is Atlanta, basically. Alright, so when I got to Atlanta, on the way down to Atlanta, I still didn't have a run for Tuesday, but I had my load alert set up. So when I got to Greer, South Carolina, I turned around and had a notification popped up and said, hey, load alert. I turned around and looked at it, and it was paying $7 and some cent a mile, and it was only going 43 miles or something like that. So that load was Tuesday. So when I picked up Monday, delivered Monday night, and I drove back to Atlanta, which is 15 minutes away from College Park, I stayed there. Well, my pickup for Tuesday wasn't until 12 o'clock, and that was in Jefferson, Georgia. Alright, so Jefferson, Georgia from Atlanta is an hour, if that. And that was going to Athens, Georgia, so right down the road. And I picked that up at 12. By the time I got done loading and everything, I got to Athens, Georgia at I want to say I got there 3 o'clock or something like that. It won't too far down the road. So when I got there and done that load, let me pull my notes up right here. That load paid $425. So $425 to drive 40 miles. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Alright, so my Wednesday load was booked with an agent that I deal on a regular basis. He's a super good dude. And you need to learn that when you get over here to Landstar. You need to find you some agents that you like. And, when you book that load with them, say, hey, I go to these areas kind of often, blah, blah, blah. You keep a lookout. And if you get some good freight, holler at me and let me know. Every once in a while, call them. Say, hey, Tom, I'm going to be down in so-and-so area. I just want to check with you, see if you don't have anything coming out. I'd rather deal with you than calling some agent I don't know. That's how you build a relationship. All right, so Wednesday, I had a load picking up in Winder, North Carolina. And the reason why I took that Tuesday load is because you got Jefferson, Georgia here and Athens, Georgia here. Well, right here in the middle is Winder. So by the time I got done unloading, I had to drive 25 minutes down the road to Winder. So when I got to Winder, I parked in Winder for the night. I parked at the site. So I sat there from 4 o'clock, playing on my phone, watching TV, playing the video game and whatnot. I sat on, walked around, from 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the morning, and I picked that load up. So that load went from Winder, Georgia, down to Riceboro, Georgia, and Riceboro, Georgia. All right, I think that was like a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive. And that load paid $900. So I turned around and hit that agent up that gave me that Wednesday load that I usually deal with, and I was like, "Hey, have you found me a load for Thursday yet?" He said, "I'm working on it, Brandon." He's like, "I just can't find anything that's going to be worth your time." And I was like, "Well, send me what you got, and I'll go ahead and start looking on the load board." Well, I don't know. Probably about 5 minutes went by, and I just went ahead and looked on the load board, and I said, "Hey, look," I said, "I found this load picking up in Macon, North Carolina, going to Franklin, Virginia, which is 2.5 hours away from the house." And he said, "What's it paying?" I said, $1,600. He said, "Brandon," he said, "take that load, man." He's like, "Cause I'm just not catching no wind over here, and I don't want to waste your time on, some heavy freight or something when you can get that kind of money, because that $1,600 load was like $306 a mile or something like that." So between those three, 1, 2, 3, 4, so those 4 loads, and I ain't put no miles on my truck this week. I think I'm gonna add it all up, and from the time I left the house, I left the house in Danville, went to Greensboro, picked up in Greensboro, went to College Park, Georgia, went from College Park, Georgia to Jefferson, Georgia to Athens, back to Winder, went from Winder down to Riceboro to Macon, and then Macon to Franklin, Virginia. All right, so it's like 1,600 miles is everything I did. So between all that, it was 900, 1,600, 425 plus 1,600. That's I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you'll be able to see it. That's $4,525 is what I made. You divide that by 1,600 miles. I averaged, that's deadhead and everything, all right? So from Riceboro to Macon was like a 3-hour deadhead. So between all that, I averaged $2.82 a mile is what I averaged. And that's gross. It's not profit. That's gross. After Landstar gets their cut, and after fuel costs and everything, I made $27.80 is what I made. So I mean, that's pretty good to me, anyways. For 1,600 miles. So for 1,600 miles, $27.80 divided by 1,600. So profit-wise this is at the fuel cost, DEF cost, and Landstar cut. My profit was $1.73 a mile is what I was, profiting. So out of the $2.83 a mile that I was being paid for everything, I profited $2.73. $1.73 was profit. So every mile I was going, I was making $1.73 a mile after cost. So that's how I run, And like I said, I'll be home. My delivery, I'm at a Love's right now in Franklin, Virginia. I am 8 minutes away from my delivery, so I'm gonna deliver first thing in the morning. I have 10 totes on my trailer. That's all I got. So by the time everything gets said and done, hopefully I'll be out of there by 8:30, something like that, and then I'll be home by 11:30. So basically, I got all day Friday off. So 4.5 days worth of work, and I made almost $2,800 profit. But yeah, that's how I run. People can run however they want to run, and I'm in the area where I am. They call it the Triad Triangle. You got a lot of big cities that do a lot of shipping, and that's how I'm able to do what I do, because I live in the area that has the freight. And when you start running these runs on these loads boards, and you see where agents have freight, you'll learn what you can do and can't go, where to go, where not to go. Because just because I'm able to do this and I live in Danville doesn't mean the same guy who lives in Mobile, Alabama is going to be able to do that same thing, because he might not have as much, freight down there. Even though he has a shit ton of, a whole lot of freight down there, doesn't mean that the Landstar agents are going to have that kind of freight. Because you got these mega carriers that just murder, owner operator costs, as far as rate goes. So like I've been down there to down there close to Mobile, Alabama, Macon, McCallie, something like that, Alabama, which is a Home Depot distribution. Man, it was like, evidently Snyder has a contract with them, because it was like 200 trucks and trailers at the Home Depot distribution site. So it really depends on where you are, because like I said, where I'm in Danville, you got Greensboro, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, all within a 2-hour drive. You got Greensboro, Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Statesville, Raleigh, Garner, Richmond, Virginia. You got a whole lot of big producing cities when it comes to stuff like that where I am. So that's how I'm able to run, and that's usually what I do. Like Monday, an agent that I got hooked up with on like my 3rd week here, I wind up getting good with her, and I do it was a every week thing, and then they cut back a little bit. Now it's every other week. But I pick up in North Carolina, and I go to Alabama. So I pick up Monday morning, and like I said, same day delivery. I drive down to Alabama, and it's 24/7 receiving. And whatever time I get there, I can, they unload it, they load it back up with their stuff, and I come back as far as I can. I usually drive back about 2 hours. And then turn around Tuesday, whatever time I get back to North Carolina, I can drop the trailer off, because I use their their trailer is what I use. So, and then I do that run, and then Wednesday I usually don't do nothing. Thursday sometimes I'll do something, but Fridays I always have my my load alert set up on Friday, because I try to run the spot market, and you'll learn what the spot market is, because I come from the LTL world before I become an owner operator, so I know how these shippers do, because Southeastern or UPS or FedEx or STs or Holland or something like that didn't show up to pick up that load because they got filled up somewhere else. Well, then now you got this other company. You got this company stressing how are we going to ship this out? How are we going to ship this out? It's like, we don't know. We'll just have to pay whatever to ship it out to whoever can come pick it up. And that's running the spot market. And that's usually what I do on Fridays. Because something will happen and a carrier will cancel, or so that same load that was going to pay, let's just say FedEx, they were going to pay FedEx $400 to take that load. Well, if for some reason FedEx can't pick it up, well, it's too late now. So now they got to pay more money to entice a company to pick it up. So that's where the spot market comes. So that $400 load is now $900 or $800 or $700. And that's usually what I do on Fridays. Is I'll do a day run on Friday. I'll pick up and deliver within 150 miles, or I'll pick up within 150 miles and deliver within 200 miles, and deadhead home if it's worth it. Because I did the costs and everything, and this is the stuff y'all need to learn how to do. You need to know what it costs you to move your truck, to move it. So it cost me, basing fuel off of $2 a gallon, because at the time I did this, your average cost was $2 a gallon with our discount. It cost me $30 to deadhead 100 miles. So if I see a load that's paying this much, and I'm like, well, it's $30 to deadhead within a 100-mile radius. So if it's 200 miles away, it costs me $60. But if the load's paying $1,100, by the time they throw in their fuel discount, and that one agent, I usually do my day runs with him, because he gets load. He has his own loads, but he also gets loads off the DAP board too. So he usually helps me out on loading, detention, securement fees, and all that good stuff. So that's usually what I do. But like I said, if someone else has a question, like I said, I just get bored in the truck. You can only watch so many Netflix movies, and you can only play so much video games, and you can only walk around the truck lot so much before people thinking, you trying to sell something or buy something. So, and I don't want to call my wife all the time and be bugging her. So I just made these videos. Maybe all the other people that you watch are not giving you the info you need, so I'll say something that might be what you're looking for or wanting to know. And they say knowledge is power. So if I'm able to give you some info that you're looking for, you didn't know, I'm happy to help. I really am. Like I said, I'm just something to kill time, really, is all this is. But yeah, that's it really. I think our average discount over here, our biggest discounts, 99% of the time is going to be at Love's and TA, is where our discounts usually are. Every once in a while you'll be in some areas like Texas and stuff like that, and Flying J or the Pilot will have will beat the discounts, but I think it's because of the area they're in and there's not a TA nearby. So and Landstar sees that they have a lot of freight in that area, so they'll work out a deal to where they'll get a better discount. I could probably pull it up, and maybe it will show up on here to where you can see it. So this is the app right here, Landstar app, and you see where it says Find Fuel, Load Board, and Load Maximizer. You just hit that, and what that's going to do is it pulls up a map and it shows you all the fuel prices around, and the green dot is going to be your cheapest fuel on your map at the time. But you can zoom out and look around. So right now I'm at the Love's, and with the like I said, we don't get that big of a discount at Love's. It's the fuel price at the pump is $2.81. Landstar's discount is 26 cents. So you're actually only paying $2.55 a gallon. And like I said, it's not that great. I mean, that's what it looks like. And like day, I was down in Georgia. I was down in Georgia when I think I put in like 75 gallons just to get me back up to Virginia. And I paid $1. I mean, I paid $2.20. I paid $2.20 for it. And then over there in, where is it at? Over there in Duncan, South Carolina is usually where I fill up at. Sometimes it hurts me on like the IFTA tax, because Charlotte, I mean not Charlotte, South Carolina, their fuel tax isn't as high, so you're not paying in as much. It's like 24 cents. And then like Greensboro, I mean North Carolina and Georgia, their tax is like 34 cents or 32 cents or something like that. But I usually worry about that, later on. But let's see, what did I pay? I think I paid $2.02 is what I paid. Paid $2.02 in Duncan, South Carolina is what I paid. So like alright, for example, where I stopped in Harlem, Georgia and filled up, it says about $196 worth of fuel. That's what they charge the card, but by the time you use your card and as soon as you plug the pump up, you automatically get the discount back. So Landstar turns around and credits you back your money. So like if you need $200 worth of fuel, you got to have $200 on your card, because that's what the machine is going to see, that you have $200. So when you put your card in, it'll let you pump up to however much money you have on your card. But when you plug it up, when you put it back on, it's instant. It happens just like that. You turn around, log in on your app, and you'll see where it was charged $200, and then they turn around and credit you back, whatever the case may be. I can't pull the app up on here, but at $196, I think I paid $172 is actually what I paid. So it saved me like $30 or something like that. So that's how that works, as far as your fuel discounts and stuff like that. So like I said, it helps. That stuff, all that small stuff, and then your fuel surcharge and everything. So yeah. Anyways, I kind of run out of stuff to talk about right now. I'll probably upload another video tomorrow while I'm getting unloaded. Depends on how long they take me. And I'll just, new guys who are, company drivers or just got out of truck driving school and, want to do the owner-operator thing. I'll tell y'all in the next video, like, what I did, where I came from. I've been driving for 9.5 years, and I just became an owner-operator. Now, like I said, I'll go over all that, where I started, and my first job, and how I was able to get my CDL and stuff like that. Anyways, like I said, if you want to, hit the hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and when I upload that video or another video, or if someone out there has a more of a question about how Landstar works or how to go about doing this or that, let me know, and I'll make sure to put it in that next video. But until that time, y'all be safe out there, and God bless you.